ngamira nyin natalo ay kandal belak ay isi doni ko lebenna nde nimma fola faranga be molto fola unda nyanga ay sunyaro nyin kala mutale abu dukure ay sunyaro nyin kala mutale ala foko ibrahima kayra lemde yawna sa yalong nyindo wato do nyindo diam tale ya mutante nindi amta yena mutante be evidential bondilat amang sense make pour ngana evidential sen groupe nyum kono jam amang sense make but nde ya lonne ko unda nya ya kala mutale dusano ya kala mutale abu dukure ya kala mutale non de self afono ko this year UDP winter election oni sunyaro leketa ana koita le Gambia bela ko sunyaro leketa ndo ka mo tento so la wala because ise modo so no mum sunyaro nyin kala muta keta nyaari ama kala muta bonte benum NPP len dalle sunyaro nyin fanke NPP sunyaro nyin dal famul la yake so yalon to kay mo tente decision no because ni do ko kala senatalo senye police station time na natalo ni senye forward ko ko ya jube dalle sunyaro ke NPP so sunyaro ke dal.
Imagine what has happened throughout the Gambia. IEC fraudulently carrying out registration to help and assist NPP to win these elections. I cannot imagine what could be a greater fraud, what could be a greater electoral fraud in any situation. But we have here the group by group indication of a number of registered voters, and according to IEC's own document, Njao in Upper Salum had 555 registered votes, and this is on this campaign is throughout the Gambia for the whole all the polling centers in the Gambia. Njao is indicated as having 555 registered voters, which is made of 226 males and 329 females. But 2 days before the opening of the polls, IEC issued and supplied our agents with this, and that has 1,003 voters, a difference of 440 something. Where did it come? Where did it come from? Is that document? And all the that we refer to are all their documents. Where did that 443 votes come from? I had mentioned the Far Outer Mosque, which was not a designated registration center. You all had seen in the social media when our monitoring team went to Darboe, they found registration being conducted in Ramekunda, which is claimed to be the family home of Musa Drame. He denies it. But point is that it was taking place in a private residence, and registrations always take place in a public place, at Bantabas, in the provinces, and even schools, not in private residences. And of course, all that IEC did and condoned in order to assist the NPP in their fraudulent desire to win an election which they do not deserve. These are just samples. Can you imagine? We have not mentioned anything for Same, for Nyani, for Kantora, or for Fladu, for Upper Fladu, or even for Kia West, or Kia East. We mentioned Sibito in Kia Central. So can you imagine the amount of fraud, the monumental fraud that IEC and NPP perpetrated on the people of the Gambia. And when we wanted peace to be heard, the Supreme Court said you cannot. Maybe if the court had looked at these documents and seen this fraud, they would have said, look, we have to hear this matter. But peremptorily stopped us. These gentlemen are, some of the evidence at our disposal, and we know that the IEC is sitting on tons and tons of their fraud, which they do not want to make public to the Gambian people. And which they will not make public to the Gambian people, because it is only the courts that can really force them to do so. I want them to explain how a man can be registered, or how 3 people can be registered in under 3 minutes each. How is that possible? And why is it that registration continued in areas after the close of registration, either because the out of hours, or the registration had completely ceased to registration had completely ceased or closed in those areas? We want an explanation on this, and I think the Gambian people deserve an explanation. I think the transparency that the IEC claims, this is the time for them to really come out and be transparent, say, and admit to their fraud. This is the time for them to do so.